Hello, duelists, and welcome to the King's Court. Now, it's funny. I uploaded a deck profile about a week ago. In order for with the new ban list coming into effect, I uploaded like a modern, like not modern, but like up to date deck list for heroes because we were going into the new format and all that, and I wanted to start out with a clean slate. And that video is like exploded. It's like shoot, I think almost 500 views. If you've seen it already, thank you so much. But this is funny. I played in my local's most recent tournament. It was like a lot of people too. Like it's usually a good amount of people. It's usually like 20-ish people roughly. Oh man, that store gets so crowded when that happens. But the title doesn't deceive you. I went first place. I got first place, and I went undefeated, completely playing heroes. And this is similar to the deck list I uploaded, but I made some tweaks, mainly to the X to the side deck, and a couple of cards to the main deck. Still 40 count deck, but I made some tweaks that I've been wanting to try out. So, later this week, I'll go through. I'll upload if you want. I'll upload the entire deck profile, but But basically, it's similar to what I put. But again, I'll go over a few changes I made. Um, so this is going to be another installment to the Locals Report series, an overall discussion on the deck, and right now what it looks like the current format's starting to shape up to. Because it seems like some crazy stuff, like, is another pretty diverse format so far. It's only been about a week, roughly, I think, since the new ban list went into effect. Yeah, I think almost an entire week, so we still got a lot of time to see what's going to happen, but I'm pretty excited, especially since for Heroes, we're going to be getting some new stuff soon, because if you've seen the newest set, the new 25th anniversary set, not only here in the TCG, we're finally going to be getting armed Neos, but we're also going to be getting the new Flame Wingman card, which I've been excited for a long time. So, I already got a video on that already made, so if you want to go see that, go ahead and go check it out. But I got some other videos planned out for the next upcoming days involving those cards. So if you want to see those, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and the notification bell. And don't forget to follow our social media so you don't miss out on future content. We're at 94 subscribers. We're so close to 100. And me and show member Michael got something special planned. So if you don't want to miss out on that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And now, here's the thing. I played in my locals and I went 4 rounds. It was gonna go 5 rounds, but like some people dropped, so we didn't need to. But basically, I was the only one who went undefeated. I played, like I said, 4 rounds. My first round I played against Branded. Let's be real here. You play against Branded all the time. There's always Branded. Let's be honest here. Second round I played against Punk, Gold Pride Punk Synchro. Man, that deck is a trip to play against. Third round, I played against Trap Tricks. That deck is always annoying to play against. And the final round, I finally conquered it. And one of the decks that gets on my nerves, but, what can you expect? I finally beat the Chicky Nuggies themselves. I beat a Flunderies 2-0. So, I managed to go undefeated playing Heroes, obviously. And in all honesty, the deck performed great. It did exactly what I wanted to. And I only bricked once. And even though I bricked, it didn't even matter because they debarriered me, so I lost right away anyways. So, I made a few tweaks to the main deck. And like I said, it's still 40 cards. Let's see, put my field center right over here. She was probably the field center to give me good luck. Let's see. Decided to main deck a few new tech choices I've been meaning to play. So, alright. I'll go over in more detail the full deck, like I said, later this week, but basically, I played, now, I've been hearing, now a lot of people for a long time have always been talking about triple tactics. I never gave it a shot till now, only just because I don't know. I guess because I always would rather play other cards that I could just give me, like, other monsters or other spells, stuff like that. But I decided to give it a shot, and I was completely wrong because this card not only can, use it if people hand trap you or something, But what's these days, with so many monsters activating during your turn on your opponent's field, this card can be extremely useful. So, I decided to play two, and I decided to also play one Called by the Grave. That's a big change I made to the deck. So, with these cards, I not only did I get TTT when I needed it, but Called by the Grave actually came up a lot because I didn't really use it a lot against, like, someone trying to ash me. I never even saw it once when they did ash me. But hilariously, I did use it against Branded a lot. So I did use it against Branded and the Punk Synchro deck. So that honestly in itself was really useful in playing. So I'm glad I actually went with these cards. The first round I played against, like I said, Branded, and I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like drew like the god hand. I won the die roll. I went first, and I want to be honest. I ended up on the field we usually want to see in Heroes. Let's see. Where did I put it? Here it is. I ended on Plasma. And DPE. So basically, not only could he not really get over Plasma, DPE kept lowering all his monsters' attack points. So that was something. I'm really glad about that. And not only when we went to game two, I almost had the same field, but he managed to out. Was it Plasma? He summoned because he was playing he was teching in some of those what's it called, Dark Diablos, or I don't remember what he did. He might have Book of Moon to me, but basically he got rid of Plasma, so I managed to have DPE. But oh wait, now I remember, he got rid of DPE because he debarriered me. So that was okay because basically what I did when we went into game two, he went first, obviously, and he debarriered me. Sucks, but that's fine because I sided in. This card honestly is just too good. Honest, if I'm being real, I side decked evenly matched, got rid of his stuff, and went off from there. Even though he debarriered me still beforehand, so I couldn't use DPE or any of my fusions. It's okay because I just ended on Plasma, and the hilarious thing, I actually had opened up with Mass Change, and this is why I love the fact Mass Change is a quick play. So I basically just ended my turn after I evenly matched him with Plasma Malicious, and then next turn I flipped up Mass Change, and he pretty much gave it up right there because Despia have a hard time playing against Darklaw, if I'm being honest. I mean, what do you expect? Fusion decks, if I'm being honest. So that's how I managed to get game the first round. It was I think he was like a new player to our locals. He was a nice guy. So that was pretty cool. Round two, oh man, this game was difficult. I had to play against, like I said, Punk, Gold Pride. That deck is super, synchro decks in general can be really messy to play against. So what I did was basically, again, Big Daddy Plasma himself played so much of an important role. So what I did was, game one, I managed to go Plasma and DPE. So that was enough to deal with a lot of his stuff since a lot of his monsters needed to go off. So, even though I won, I was careful with my siding. So I sided basically cards that I know I could use either going turn 1 or turn 2. So I sided in my... this is another change I made. Now, if you've seen the original deck list, deck profile I uploaded about a week ago, you would see that I was main decking Rivalry of the Warlord, but I decided that I want to side them for right now because right now there are a lot of decks, that are getting more play lately. Like Pearly is still alive apparently, so I wanted to make sure, and Rivalry doesn't do anything to them. They don't do anything against Mathmech, even though I haven't seen that deck. that a lot, honestly. That could just be a thing with my area. Dragon Links are apparently getting more play, and let's be honest, the big one, the deck that's got a lot of hype right now, Dinosaurs. Rivalry doesn't do anything to them. So I'd rather side it for right now. But if I know for a fact it's useful against someone like the Gold Pride Punk deck, since that's like a mishmash of random, like a lot of different stuff like Psychic, Warriors, I think even Machines, a couple of them. So I sided it in because I knew I was gonna. So that way, if I use it, I knew it would be useful. And I sided into my Solemn Judgments. Ironically, I went first, and I managed to go off from there. The Solemn Judgment became really useful. And not only that, against synchro decks, I knew this would be useful. Let's see. I thought this would be useful, but he was main decking Crossout, so he said himself he was getting sick of constantly getting Droll and birded, so I couldn't blame him. I'm getting sick of this card, honestly. If I'm being real, I hate myself for having to play this card, but if I want to play against these other decks, I gotta play it. It's just that dang good. So, he crossed out that, but again, I still managed to have a field of Plasma, and then next turn, I managed to go into Dark Law, and I managed to slow him down to the point where the floodgates were enough to deal with him. So I basically kept, and then I also cleared up his field because I used Plasma's ability to absorb his monster. So I went into, one of the most underrated Link monsters. I went to Dread Decimator, and he juiced himself up in Plasma so much because what I did was I had DPE and I had Dark Law. So I had Phoenix Enforcer. Yeah, like I said, he outed Plasma. So I'll just move that. So I managed to go into DPE and Dark Law, and I managed to. He hadn't taken any damage yet, and I had to be careful because of Solemn Judgment, and I also used the Hero Lives like twice. I was down to like 2,000, so I had to hurry it up and win that turn. So I had DB, Dark Law, and Dread Decimator. I can find it. Oh, there it is. I love this card. So, thanks to Dread Decimator, he was juicing up all my heroes by an extra 800. So, I managed to have him attack, have Dread Decimator attack over one of his monsters. And that he took damage from that. DPE attacked for 33. Because they were all juiced up by 800, because Dread Decimator powers up every hero and himself that he points to by 800 for every hero with a different name in my grave. So I did that. Dark Law went in for the direct attack as well, so that's 32 right there. I forgot exactly how much damage Dread Decimator did, but basically I was almost down to 8k, but here's the hilarious thing. Now, if you saw my original deck profile that I uploaded, I'm going to be referring to that a lot this video, sorry. Like I said, I'll upload a full deck profile later this week. I, at the time, was playing one Dark Law. I thought, you know what, I never see it. I'm going to be honest. It felt weird. It feels weird not playing 2 Dark Law, 2 Cross Crusader. Any other hero players ever feel that way? Or is it just me? So I decided to went back, and I'm so glad that I did, because during the battle phase, after the Dark Law attacked, I mass changed my Dark Law into the second Dark Law because I put him back in and managed to get game. So I am so glad that I was playing 2 Dark Law. So I managed to get game that way, and it was crazy because I've played against this dude before. He's like a really good player in around our area. He's like topped a couple regionals in our area here in the Golden State. That's why we're called that. That's why we call the channel that. But so he's like him and a couple. I mentioned him on the channel before. Him and a couple of other dudes are like the people that go to like every regional here in the California area that we live in. I won't mention anything else past that, privacy reasons. But So the fact that I've gotten close to winning, but the fact that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick some better cards. I'm gonna attack better cards. Got to improve on my own, weighting because sometimes I overdo it. Like last time I played him, I overthought way too hard because what I should have done, I should have attacked over his monster instead of using DP to blow up his card. So I don't know what the heck I was thinking at that point. So basically, but I'm always like, okay, that's how we get better, and that's how I improved this week and managed to get games. So luckily, that worked out. And that was honestly probably the hardest game I had the entire day. Round three, I played against Trap Tricks, and oh boy, that deck is always fun to play against. So he went turn one, and he got the dice roll, so he managed to go turn one. So he managed to end up on a field of that Link monster they play, and what's it called? That Xyz monster that like protects other ones, and some back row card. So I tried using Hero Lives. Lost half my life points, but he used it and was able to get like use that one Trap Tricks card that negates that negated Stratos. So I couldn't use Stratos effect. Luckily, I had another Stratos in my hand, so thank goodness. So I normal summoned Stratos, and he used his monster's effect to like no. He used no. I hero lived, used Stratos. Then he changed his monster's effect to like set a card or like get rid of like discard, send a trap or something to the grave, whatever. Either way, he uses monster's effect. This is why I'm so glad I decided to tech this into this week. Because his Xyz monster, I forgot the name. I'm not a Trap Tricks player. If any Trap Tricks player watching this knows the card I'm talking about, it's the one that like protects others. So basically, what I did, I triple tactics, and I took control of his monster, and from there I was able to go off. So I went to Plasma DPE, had Plasma absorb his Link monster, and I was able to go from there. So basically triple tactics plus plasma, true combo, basically is what I learned from that game. And we ended it by oh yeah, he debarriered me. I saw a debarrier today, so he called fusion. Oh no, he didn't debarrier me. He basically managed to set up enough monsters to where I needed to do big damage. So I managed to what's it called? Not lightning storm. Um, I forgot exactly what card I did play, but basically I had to do as much damage as possible. So I kept using up all my heroes because I was down to like 2,000 because I hero lived twice this game. Because if I didn't, I was going to lose. Because that's all I had. I had no other monsters to start off with. So I was down to 2K and I managed to end up on a field of Dread Decimator. Dread Decimator was already juiced up. Luckily, Trap Tricks aren't really that big. So I managed to attack over that. And I managed to also have Eskiri. Yeah. This is why I still like to main deck Eskiri, because sometimes you just need that beater. I think I had Dread Decimator to like 35. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Yeah. In your graveyard. Alright. I had him to like 35. And I had Eskiri down to like almost 38 because he gains an extra 100 for every elemental hero in the grave. So I attacked over his monster. Eskiri down and got to a big direct hit. And I had mass change in hand and managed to go another mass change for direct attack per game with Dark Law. So, oh man, Dark Law is like just way too good, especially under Dread Decimator, gaining that extra power boost. So that's how I got the win against Trap Tricks. And then the final round was against Flunderies. Now, I don't know what, like, I'm in my spare time in the back, I've been playing like Master Duel, like a little bit. So, and there are like a lot of people. Speaking of which, there's also that big GX event coming up. I might want to try that out. But but besides that, a lot of people were playing Flunderies during that what's it called, qualifier thing. Now, I wasn't really trying to like qualify or anything. I just wanted to get the free gems when you participated in the games. So I managed to get like a bunch of free gems. So I'm trying to craft a couple of decks on Master Duel to play some to upload here in the channel. But basically, a lot of people were playing Flunderies and like burn decks, stuff like that, and tier elements. I thought I was away from those. So I had to keep playing against Flunderies. So basically, I had to learn the matchup. So it was really helpful against this one because I have like a bad habit of always losing the Flunderies. So basically, what I did, I baited his Ash and all that, and then I managed to go a Hero Lives. And I managed to search out my Ferris and all that, and then he drove Lockbird at me. So there goes Plasma. The hilarious thing, because I had Fusion Destiny doesn't add to your hand. I managed to go DPE in defense mode and got rid of his big McNuggies penguin dude. So basically, I managed to get rid of his stuff and managed to set up for game because I also had Mass Change. So I set ready for Dark Law. And then game 2, he went first. He managed to de-barrier me. That's what happened. Yeah, I got de-barriered like so many times this week, but what can you do? So he did that. Couldn't do fusion. Okay, then so basically he couldn't really get like a huge field out. I guess like either he bricked or well, I don't think he bricked because he still managed to set up what Flunderies usually do. So I managed to go. Luckily, because I couldn't go into fusion, I was still able to bring out Plasma. I was able to end on a field of Plasma, Dread Decimator, and Plasma was at like 34, or something like that. No, not 34. He was at like 27, and Dread Decimator was at 33. Thank goodness he's a Link. So I managed to basically just end with Plasma, so he managed to negate all of his monsters on the field effects. And the hilarious part, I had Solemn set just in case. So basically I was ready. And also just in case, I managed to also, when it was my turn again, I managed to go into DPE because he didn't know you could use Cross Crusader to bring back DPE because he Book of Moon DPE and got rid of him that way. But because you could use Cross Crusader to bring back any Destiny hero, I was good, honestly. So I managed to end up with winning with Plasma and DPE. True combo. So that was all my rounds, basically. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So yeah, I managed to go completely 4-0 and managed to get everything, and it was crazy. And I won like 14 packs, I think. I didn't pull anything except Vanquish Soul cards, which ironically a guy I know there was building the deck, so he bought them off me right off the spot, so that was good. So that was good for me, right? So that was basically the whole tournament that happened, and I'm really happy with the way the heroes performed and the way it's going right now. And that's pretty much everything for this time. For this one, like I said, if you want, I'll come back. I'll bring the whole entire deck profile because there was a good amount of stuff I changed from the first one. So if you want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I also got some other videos planned out for this week. Like I have some Neos Heroes discussion videos I got planned out, as well as some more Master Duel replays I have saved. So if you don't want to miss out on any of that, and you don't want to miss out on our 100 subscriber special, don't forget to hit notification bell, follow our social media so you stay in touch. Or if you just want to see funny memes, we retweet on our Twitter. So that's it for me here. And honestly, thanks for stopping by. Take care of yourself and have a good day. Bye.